Well, hello there you, and welcome back to another teeny tiny little episode of Warframes, and today we are looking into the Void Cascade mission on the Zariman, the whys, the wheres, the hows. In the meantime, if this helps you, please drop a like, sub and or comment, and I thank you for your support. Let's get into it! But first, to reach Zariman missions, you must have completed the War Within quest, and you must also have completed the Angels of Zariman quest. And when you have completed those quests and unlocked the Zariman, you will find it just above the void on your navigation. Click on the Chrysalith if you want to head to the hub, it's like a city hub, or click on a mission. Let's head to the navigation first at the Chrysalith and have a look at the missions. And fast travel to the Zariman navigation, and you can do the Tuvul Commons Void Cascade on normal, on Steel Path, and this will drop certain rewards which we'll take a look at now. But you can also do it as a bounty with Quinn. And as you can see, it's a bit higher level. It's random where they might appear, but you will get other things potentially dropping from it, like the Jaya blueprints. And let's take a look at the reward table on Wiki. Here you go, A, B and C. C is basically the 4th round. That's the drop rotation. And you might get the Aelec barrel blueprint, the Hesper handle blueprint, among other things. And of course, Zariman missions are kind of heavy on dropping Endo. And let's talk amps for a second here, because they're kind of important in this mission specifically. I have the Clamora Prism amp. It's the 777. I'm going to do an amp video if you're not sure about those, or use the Lega Prism, which is a level 6 prism. And to get your hands on these prisms, you have to be ranked up with Little Duck. You don't have to be fully ranked with her, no. The Clamora Prism is actually the final level of amps that you will unlock, and it happens to be unlocked at rank 4 with Little Duck, and they just made it easier this year to rank up here at Fortuna and with Little Duck, so you're in luck if you haven't got hold of these amps. And people only recommend the Lega and Clamora Prisms, which are attainable from Little Duck at rank 3 and rank 4 here, even though they're called a 6 and a 7. We'll get into that in another video. They recommend them because they have like long and wide beams, and they're just so much easier for taking down the Thrax Centurions in the Void Cascades. Trust me on this. If you don't have these, don't worry about it. You'll still do fine, I'm sure. And I'm heading into the mission from my navigation. I'm going straight in. I'm not even heading to the Chrysalith. You can do that too. And to do this mission, I've taken Dante, the Tenet Glaxian, and the Latum, and one of my Zor weapons. If you're newish to the game or newish to Zariman, you just kind of want someone tanky, but they do recommend someone quick and zippy as well to get around the Void Cascades. So the first thing you need to do with the Void Cascade, let's get into it. So head to your first Exolizer that's spawned in. This is a void possessed Exolizer, and as you can see, there's a 20-meter radius of void energy around it that we can't enter as a Warframe. You need to find these tears that are linked to this Exolizer and shoot them with your amp, or void sling through them as your operator or drifter. And then as you can see, something has manifested above it. We now need to shoot that manifestation with our amp. Wherefore, we can then go back into our Warframe and shoot this Thrax Centurion with our weapon. But to finish these Thrax Centurions off, you have to be back as your operator stroke drifter and take them down with your amp. This is where the Clamora and Lega Prisms come in very useful. As you can see, we now have a yellowy kind of 20-meter radius, and we now need to protect this Exolizer as it kind of does its thing. So we're going to shoot enemies within this radius, and you'll see they kind of go woofty-woos and they go back into the Exolizer. There is a countdown on this. We're waiting for this to expire, and as it's expiring, it can be possessed again by another Thrax Centurion or a Thrax Legate, I don't know how to pronounce them, but as you can see, another Void Exolizer has spawned in, and this will keep happening, and actually they'll start stacking up pretty damn quick. I went solo just to show you this video, but I would rather not do it solo, because you kind of need one person defending the old Exolizers that you've captured while you go off and start the next one. If they stack up too much, as you can see on the left, we have a threat line. At the moment it's fine, but as that red on the left starts to grow, we're at risk of failing the mission. Now, this is just a normal mission. On bounties, you will have other prerequisites you've got to fulfill at the same time, whether it be keeping the threat underneath a certain percentage or killing X amount of enemies. You know, there's always extra challenges. And we shall have a look at the repossession shortly, but let's talk about rounds. To complete one round, you have to to defend 4 Exolizers and retire 4 of them. And as you can see, it switched to 4, and now we have the extraction option, which is great because if we start to fail this mission, we will have an option to extract within a timely manner. I think it's like 5 minutes. As you can see, I'm now on Exolizer 10, round 3 we're in, and there are a lot of void tears per Exolizer. So you know speed is the name of the game. Anyway, as you can see, my Exolizer is under attack. This is one that I repossessed, and now it's under attack again to be repossessed by the threats. Centurions and maybe a Legate, I don't know what they're called. So my job now is to, before it retires, protect it as well. It's just defending the point. And unfortunately, because I was solo, I failed essentially at the 15th Exolizer, so I didn't get my 16th one. I didn't complete my 4th round. Never mind, because we have the extraction option, it allowed me to extract in a timely manner, which was about 5 minutes. And as you can see, we got a Malt Reconstruct from it. We got some Endo, not too shabby. And then I ran a public bounty. We stayed in for 7 Exolizers and got the Hesper blueprint. And the components for these types of weapons can be found in and among all the other missions here, usually on rotation C. So I'm going to do a whole little series of these Zariman missions. If they're any use to you, please drop me a like, a sub and or a comment, and come over to the Discord because we're happy to grind stuff out there. Everyone's always on the grind. So my darlings, if you found this useful, I'm very pleased. I really do hope to see you again in the next one, no matter what it may be. But in the meantime, you take care now and goodbye.